Nothing is off limits. I hate when some people come at me and it's like, oh, Cardi, why you coming at people's kids for?
Bring it back.
But I'm my mother's kid.
Nicki and Cardi are talking about the kids now, y'all. It's going too far.
Why did you go with the nickname Papa Bear for your son?
Well, I don't know. You know, I've always been a nickname person. Can you see my snot coming down?
I can see you clear. Can you see me?
Yeah, I didn't know we could see each other. That's great.
Y'all, Nicki and Cardi's feud has officially reached the talking about each other's kids phase, and it just got real ugly. Cardi pulled out receipts claiming that Nicki's son can't talk and has other problems, allegedly because of what Nicki used during pregnancy.
Never in my life, ever, not even once, sniff. Ever.
Meanwhile, Nicki is out here talking about Cardi's daughter Culture's looks and calling her every name in the book. But hold up, how did this escalate to this point? Who mentioned the other one's kids first? Nicki or Cardi? Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole history of Nicki and Cardi's beef, because y'all know this goes back years, and this isn't even the first time they brought kids into it. But let's start with this most recent drama. As you all know, Cardi recently dropped her new album, Am I the Drama, which debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and went platinum in 24 hours. Am I the Drama also set a new record with the highest first-week sales for a female rapper's debut this decade, surpassing Nicki's 2023 LP Pink Friday 2. So that's really what reigned the feud. Nicki first posted and deleted a bunch of tweets about album sales, claiming that Cardi was selling her album for a discounted price. But then the back and forth turned personal real quick, because Cardi already told you she's not the one to take the high road.
I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, it's like, you won't like it.
Let's go.
If I play.
Because Michelle Obama always says, when they go low, we go high. Is that your philosophy?
No.
No.
When they go low, I take it to hell, where the lava is at. The volcano erupted. That's where I take it. I don't take it high. I take it low.
Where the lava is at.
Hell.
So after seeing Nicki shading her album, Cardi clapped back with several posts and brought up those rumors about Nicki being a user. But y'all, Cardi was just warming up here. Because after this, things got actually disturbing, and they both started dragging each other's kids into this mess. So after Cardi clapped back, Nicki posted and then deleted some fake rap lines using the rhyme scheme of Cardi's Magnet diss track. She wrote, "Fallen off the charts with a big belly. Running trains, barefoot, still smelly. Still, you could not outsell me." Now this post quickly disappeared from Nicki's feed, but not before Cardi saw it and responded using the same rhyme and bringing up Nicki's husband, Kenneth Petty, and his criminal past. But Cardi wasn't done yet. She then posted this mugshot of Nicki's brother, Jelani Mirage, with a pink wig on. And Jelani happens to be another convicted offender in Nicki's family. And by the way, Nicki supported her brother during his trial. And ahead of his sentencing, she wrote a letter to the judge asking for a lighter sentence and calling Jelani the most patient, gentle, genuine, giving, selfless man I know. But hold up, because Cardi had more to say. After Nicki posted and deleted that tweet shading Cardi for getting pregnant again, Cardi decided to return that same energy and alleged that Nicki had fertility issues because of her alleged substance habit. And y'all, this time Cardi said she has actual receipts to prove this. She wrote, "Alright, now this the third tweet talking about my pregnancy. Like you wasn't going to different fertility doctors cause you couldn't reproduce from all them perks, scrambling your eggs. Not allegedly, Lord. Protect my babies." Now this clearly touched a nerve because Nicki responded immediately and wrote this long message, ranting about Cardi getting cheated on, claiming she has Cardi's medical records, and shading her for getting pregnant with Stefan Diggs, who reportedly fathered 4 children with different women this year. Queen has never once seen or spoken to a fertility doctor in her life. Is I'm the one sleeping with Trade while hubby effing Sweetie and taking me for alimony? She then threatened Cardi with a lawsuit saying, "Is I'm going to be sued when the Queen shows her medical records to the courts? Ralsei Bottom Nation. We win again. Desire, I have your medical records too. The lawyer said we gon' have Barney C. homeless within 36 months. Praise God. Lucky we eatin' cake right now. Nicki then went on to say that, unlike Cardi, she planned her pregnancy and doesn't mess with men who got 4 other people pregnant. I was pregnant for my first love, got married, and the next year got pregnant for my soulmate. On purpose. You see, Barney? We planned it. Your medical records in the strip club to now look embarrassing. And your father, welp, anyway. You are about to shrivel up and die inside. But Nicki wasn't done yet. She also brought up Cardi's daughters, implying they will get karma for Cardi being a colorist and insulting black women. And then, in a follow-up post, Nicki again denied having fertility issues and said, it's not something to be used as a drag. Until you know the women who are actually living that pain, blaming themselves, we could only imagine and pray for them, love them, uplift them, not use these women as a punchline. However, Cardi's fans were not having it, and they said Nicki really lost the plot by bragging about planning to get pregnant with someone like Kenneth Petty, because that's not exactly a flex if you know Kenneth's past. But on the other hand, the Barb said what Cardi said was way worse because she brought up fertility issues and used it as an insult. One fan said, not once did she stop to consider the millions of women who have issues with infertility before she weaponized it. What a shame. And another one added, all Cardi has to offer is her womb. So that's why she keeps talking about other people's fertility. But listen, Cardi already told you when they go low, she goes out the lava in hell.
People be like, oh, don't give them energy. They don't deserve your energy, or like they don't deserve your clout or your attention. And it's like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you. But sometimes people be like, just ignore, ignore, take the high road.
Yes.
And it's like, high road.
When they go low, we go
to where the lava in hell. When they go low, I go to where the demons is like, help. I go down there.
Oh my God.
So now the fans are out here arguing over who brought up the kids first. The Barbs are saying it's technically Cardi because she mentioned Nicki going to Touch Fertility Clinic. However, Cardi's fans are saying talking about fertility issues is not the same as talking about living, breathing kids. So that would mean Nicki is the one who dragged the kids into this by mentioning Cardi's daughter. But either way, things got even uglier from there. Nicki brought up their physical altercation at the 2018 New York Fashion Week and claimed Cardi still has seizures from that forehead bump. However, Cardi denied this and claimed she stood on business, while Nicki was shaken from that OD. Nicki then clapped back, warning fans to stay away from Cardi's music because it's been dipped in evil spirits and their sole purpose is to unleash the spirit of drama in your lives. Nicki said, we rebuke it back to the pits of hell. It shall not stand. Delete it. Now, Nicki was writing all that on September 30th, which happens to be her son Papa Bear's birthday. So Cardi had to remind Nicki to focus on her son and wrote, girl, it's your son's birthday. Why are you on Twitter dedicating essays to me? For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese. Well, this clearly triggered Nicki, so she clapped back and name-dropped Cardi's daughter Culture. She first wrote, Barney B and Culture Vulture, and then she directly addressed Culture and wrote, Culture Vulture, you ugly too. But y'all, Nicki really lost the plot, and she went after Culture again, using words like monkey and roach. But there's more, y'all. Nicki then addressed Culture again and wrote, Dear Culture Vulture, your mom is pregnant with another monkey to add to her litter. The gag is that she was jealous of a little baby boy simply because his hair was longer than all 4 of you bald monkeys put together. Now you know Cardi wasn't gonna let this slide, and she quickly clapped back, warning Nicki to stop mentioning her kids before she spilled the tea on hers. So in this post, Cardi hinted at Nicki's son not knowing his ABCS, but since Nicki continued to bring up Culture, Cardi decided to spill everything. In the follow-up post, Cardi claimed Nicki is jealous of Culture because Papa Bear is non-verbal from Nicki allegedly using substances while she was expecting. And then in another post, Cardi addressed Papa Bear, writing, I'm sorry you can't speak in banging spoons because your mom couldn't put the substances down. I'm sorry your mom not even paying attention to you on your own birthday. By the way, Cardi was referencing this video of Papa Bear playing with spoons, and it sounds like she was implying there's something wrong with his behavior.
Who said anybody needed the fork?
But y'all, it didn't end there. After Nicki reposted a fan comment about Culture's birthday, Cardi came for Papa Bear again and wrote, "You said F Vulture what? F that slow son that came out you? You was wishing so much negativity on me while I was pregnant, and look at your karma. Look what you're rotten and produced. Now he a whole 5-year-old tippy-toeing around the house and can't spell his name." But here's the thing. Nicki is now claiming that it was actually Cardi who brought up kids first back in 2018. Nicki reposted a fan's post with a screenshot of Cardi's old tweets from 7 years ago, where she mentioned kids and mocked one of Nicki's fans who lost her child. However, Cardi has already responded to this, and she still claims she never brought up Nicki's kids first. Cardi said, "You're jealous of my kids because they're beautiful and smart, and that's why God punished you with having a slow one. Now we can all agree they're both wrong for talking about each other's kids." However, most fans are now saying none of this would have happened if Nicki wasn't so bitter about Cardi's success. One fan said, "When has she not started an argument? She thinks she's the queen. When has she ever been happy for others like Iggy Azalea, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B? She has always seen them as a threat." And someone else wrote, "Nicki's not acting like a powerful rival. She's acting like someone bitter and insecure, throwing pebbles from the sidelines while Cardi keeps winning. Instead of looking like a queen, she's coming off as mean and a little obsessed."